Do you object to people taking you as guru?
Well, I think that if anyone who takes me as guru is misguided. Firstly, they don't understand what is guru. And also they don't understand me. I am just a very ordinary person. Moreover, the function of the outward guru, that is Bhagavan is guru. What he exemplified, what is the function of the outward guru? The function of the outward guru is to turn us within. So even Bhagavan didn't accept the role of guru. Though obviously he was guru, he never said, I am guru. He never, when people said he always, well, he never directly accepted the role of guru. I mean, it should be obvious to anyone that he is guru, but guru doesn't say I am guru. Guru says, guru is that which is in you as I am.
Do you kind of feel that it's obvious, at least for some people, that you're a guru, even though you would never say you're a guru? Or is it just Bhagavan, period?
Well, for me, Bhagavan is the guru. I'm not saying that guru, there is only one guru. Guru may appear in different forms, in different ages, at different times, different circumstances. Guru may appear in different forms. But for me, if at all guru is to have an outward name and form, it is only Bhagavan, or Bhagavan and Arunachala, who I consider as one and the same. So that is for me personally, and that doesn't mean others who may take some other name and form as guru. I'm not saying they're wrong, but I'm just saying for me, Bhagavan is guru. And we need to understand, as I say, we need to understand what is the function of guru. The sole function of guru is to turn our attention within. As Bhagavan said, God, guru, and self are one and the same thing. People worship God as another. So because God is actually that which is shining in everyone's eye, God has to appear outwardly in the name and form of guru to say the God you are seeking outside is actually that which is always shining in your heart as eye. Only when you know what you yourself are, can you know who God is or who guru is. So the whole function of guru is turning our attention within. So anyone who for example, if someone takes me as guru, it's meaningless because I'm not bringing, I have nothing to contribute. But I mean, it's all being said by Bhagavan. All I'm doing, I'm repeating what Bhagavan said, and I'm trying to, because what Bhagavan said, though Bhagavan's teachings are very, very simple, they're also very deep and very subtle. And because generally our mind is complicated, it's very difficult for us to grasp the simple essence of Bhagavan's teachings. So all I'm doing, I'm just pointing out the simple essence of Bhagavan's teachings. This isn't the role of a guru. I'm just sharing my understanding of Bhagavan's teachings with others. That's all. And I do so why? Because people ask me questions, and because I myself love to talk about Bhagavan's teachings because I love his teachings. I don't love his teachings sufficiently. If I loved his teachings sufficiently, I would turn within and merge back into the source. So I'm still on the path. My love is still imperfect. That's why taking me to be a guru is meaningless, because how can someone who hasn't yet saved himself save others? It's meaningless.
Very interesting. So that's sort of your objection to other gurus, is it's kind of like an eye rising saying, I can save you and pay me some money too while you're at it.
Yeah. I mean, there are all sorts of gurus. Some are total, I mean, all sorts of people who have the label guru. Some are total frauds. They're in it only for money. Some may be very sincere. They may think themselves, I mean, there are many people who genuinely believe that they are enlightened because they don't understand what that is. The term enlightenment or realization or whatever what is under that people understand the same term in different sense. The sense in which Bhagavan uses I mean, Bhagavan didn't actually talk about enlightenment or realization. These are actually, but he said all words that approximate to that, that is ātma-vicāra, ātma-jnana, whatever you choose to call it, that is all liberation. It's all nothing but annihilation of ego. When ego is annihilated, who is there remaining to say, I am liberated, I am self-realized, I am enlightened?
You have said multiple times that you're not enlightened, which, as you know, Bhagavan says is a grounds for ridicule, just as much as saying, I am enlightened. But you've said, to your point, that it's better to be wrong and ridiculed for being humble rather than being proud.
Yeah, I don't even say I'm humble, but I would prefer to be, if I say I am realized, I'm being dishonest, because I know there's still ego here with the Vishaya vasanas and everything, so it would be a plain lie. It is ridiculous. To rise as ego itself is ridiculous. You don't even have to say I don't know myself. How mere rising, to say I am Michael, that is equivalent to saying I don't know myself, because Michael is not what I actually am. So long as I'm aware of myself as I am Michael, I don't know myself. But even when I know myself as I am Michael, what I actually am, the pure I am, is always aware of itself as it actually is. So as Bhagavan said, there's nothing for us to gain. That is, we already know ourselves. He says in verse 26 of Upadeshundya, Tanai irtale, tanai aridalam. Being oneself alone is knowing oneself. We all are being ourselves, so we all know ourselves. But trouble is we are not just being ourselves, we are adding something to that. Instead of just being aware of ourselves as I am, we're aware of ourselves as I am Sean or I am Michael. That is where the problem arises. So because the ignorance is just a wrong knowledge superimposed upon the real knowledge. The real knowledge is just the fundamental awareness I am. Ignorance is superimposed on that. There is no one ever says I am not, or no one ever ceases to be aware of themselves. We are always aware of I am. So the jnana is always shining there. But it is seemingly obscured because we mistake ourselves to be this or that.
And so you've made the point multiple times, but I've only finally heard it more clearly that Michael and Sean can never be enlightened. That's the fraud.
No.
Only I am is what is enlightenment. And that's what we all are in our deepest nature.
Yes. How can anything other than pure awareness know pure awareness? And how can pure awareness ever not know pure awareness? So it's just a matter of removing the unreal, and what remains is the real. Where Bhagavan used to joke about the English word realization. He said, how can you realize what is already realized, what is already real? The problem is we have now realized the unreal. So all we need to do is to unrealize the unreal, and the real alone will remain.